What's up, guys? Matt here, getting ready to watch the 10th episode of My Hero Academia. Last we saw, well, I was expecting, to have a nice little rescue mission, sort of training arc thingy-majiggy, but, apparently Shigaraki and what looks to be like 823 villains have, crashed this party, so to speak. I would assume they snuck in, either last episode or 2 episodes ago, with the whole reporter thing. I would assume that their target was All Might, and they expected All Might to be there, and he didn't show up. But I don't know. Another question I have. Obviously, I've been talking about whether or not the other faculty members or teachers know about like All Might's limitations now. I wonder if any villains know about these limitations. I wonder if Shigaraki does. I don't really know anything about Shigaraki so far, but I kind of get the vibe that he's smart. But I don't know. And I also, I say I expected a sort of rescue arc, but you know, it's a superhero show. I would have assumed that there had to be a villain in season 1, but he's only going to be in it for a couple episodes, so I can almost assuredly say that he's not going to like be defeated or die this season. I think he might be on for at least one more season. So I'm interested to see. I wonder if Shigaraki is like the first major villain, or he's like the recurring villain, because every superhero has that recurring villain. So I'm excited to hop into it. If you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I've got the full-length reaction up on Patreon. I'd appreciate it if you checked it out. And if you guys like the content on the channel, please subscribe. Let's get right into the episode. Now I gotta have to remember all these villains. Remember Kirishima? I still got my paper here.
This is real. Those are villains.
A lot of them.
The only real heroes I see are 13.
Kurarugi. Is that? Oh no, it's that weird black purple stuff.
Here as well.
So you scumbags used the press as a cover and sneaked onto campus.
Where is he?
Oh my god, the Venus flytrap guy is awesome.
Many friends who are eager to meet him. They want All Might, the great symbol of peace.
Okay, these are the three main ones.
Maybe if I kill a few kids.
Yo, he looks awesome. And his voice definitely is the typical evil loser.
They face to keep us safe.
That's Kurarugi, I think. That's Shigaraki. Don't know who the other guy is.
Stared back.
Pure evil.
13. Why aren't the alarms going off?
Good question. I'm not sure.
They hacked into him, man.
Is the entire campus under attack? Or is this their only target? Either way, if the alarm sensors aren't being triggered...
Oh, we're getting some Todoroki conversation here. Dialogue.
Carefully chose this isolated facility as an entry point at a time when a class was being taught. They're fools for trespassing here. But they've thought this out. Whatever their plan, they must have a concrete objective in mind.
Yo, I keep gonna talk about that design.
Get them out of here and alert the main campus. Actually, if they've got the ability to block our sensors, then they might be jamming our regular communications too.
Why are they walking like zombies?
School. Yes, sir.
What are you gonna do? You
Oh, I don't even remember what Kaminori's quirk is.
works. Your fighting style's not suited for this. Your power works best in stealth and one-on-one fights. That's not gonna help with a group.
You can't be a pro if you only have one trick.
Oh, what's he about to do? He ain't gonna win, but...
Shooting squad, take your aim.
Didn't our intel say it was just gonna be 13 and All Might out here? Who's that?
Don't recognize him. But if he thinks
Oh, well, your intel sucks. He's planning to be here, right? No, it wasn't. No, yes, he was. I don't know.
my quirk, where are my bullets?
Oh, he can nullify like a whole bunch of quirks at once. We're seeing a professional cook right here.
Cancel your quirks just by looking at you.
Cancellation? Bet you can't erase the quirk of a heteromorphic type like me, can you?
Yeah, you're right.
Can still beat your ass though.
It's dangerous if you can reach me. Good thing. I've taken measures to make sure that never happens. Fox is next.
There he goes, trying to intimidate us. He is strong and
Oh, that voice is so stereotypical villain.
racing. He's making it hard for us to work together or rely on each other's powers. How annoying. The worst thing about dealing with pros is when they live up to
He
all
sounds like a fucking basement dweller.
There is no escape for you.
Damn. I blinked and the guy who seems like the most trouble got away.
Most trouble.
It's a pleasure to meet you. We are the League of Villains.
Oh my god, the fucking League of Villains.
To invite ourselves into this haven of justice.
League of Villains seems like a season 3 thing, not a season 1 thing.
Isn't this a fitting place for All Might, the symbol of peace, to take his last breath?
You ain't gonna get him.
I believe he was supposed to be here today, and yet I see no sign of him. There must have been some sort of change in plans we could not have foreseen. Well, in the end, I suppose it doesn't matter. I still have a role to play.
What are you guys doing? You idiots.
Did you think we were just gonna stand around and let you tear this place to shreds?
You live up to your school's reputation.
You bums.
Careful, children. Otherwise, someone might get hurt.
You two, get out of the way right now!
I'll scatter you across this facility to meet my comrades and your dads.
Oh, is it some sort of like teleportation power? Ribbit.
What's going on?
Oh my god, he's got the Opie Opie no me. Okay, he's in one of the.
He must have a warping quirk. They came here to kill All Might. I guess it's a good thing he's not in class right now.
He's gonna show up.
Where is he?
Oh.
What the heck?
First catch of the day.
Oh my god, like a hammerhead villain? Half fish?
But you gotta die.
Damn, these are straight villains. Killing kids. Trying to kill kids. Someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die, man. Is it gonna be... It ain't gonna be Aizawa. Maybe 13? I don't think they'd kill one of the kids this fast.
Fur Frog, you've got some pretty big boobs, Fu. Perfect floaties.
Excuse you? Excuse you?
You saved my life, Asui.
I don't know what the hell the... Okay, yeah, I thought so, but they were calling her another thing.
Frog. It's pretty self-explanatory. She could basically do anything a frog can.
Sue, Mineta, and Deku are right here.
Terrible day of class.
Yeah, I keep thinking about what that villain said.
All Might was supposed to be here today, and yet I see no sign of him.
So Aizawa thinks that this gentleman is the biggest threat, but... I don't know, maybe Shigaraki still has to, like, level up or something.
And didn't you hear what that smoke guy said? Maybe we should...
I like these... Dude, I like this whole class, man.
Otherwise, we might not survive long enough to see All Might.
Why is Sue scaring Mineta to death?
He'll make it out in one piece.
One Piece.
No, the pros are gonna save us, right? Tell Frog Boots to shut up! Ribbit.
Frog boobs.
I'll enjoy eating you.
Oh my god, like 18 Aquaman.
Asui might be right. If they're here for All Might, they may have a way to defeat.
Okay, so like... If you use each of your body parts, like one finger, two finger, three finger, we got a lot of attacks we can do.
I don't care what their reasons are.
Welcome.
Come on, Deku!
Congrats on getting in.
Oh, this first season is just like the classic season 1 anime protagonist, like goosebumps, passion, determination, and I love it.
If they can beat him, then we have to stop whatever it is these bad guys are planning. We have to work together and keep All Might safe.
Oh, I've got goosebumps again. Yo, even the villains are sitting there like, damn, that's a good monologue. Todoroki
Aren't you embarrassed?
with the most OP power.
For God's sake, you're adults. Put up a real fight.
Damn. Who is that? Do I know them? I don't recognize them at all. Ashido? Ashida? Dude, the names. Season 2, I'm gonna promise you I'll get them 100% down. If they don't die. Oh my god, it looks like the I never realized how Teen Titan-ish shit looked.
Time to join my students!
Yeah.
Hold your horses.
Principal?
Hello, Nezu, sir.
That's me.
Nezu? This guy is evil.
Important thing is, I'm the principal.
I don't know, I'm getting evil vibes from this guy.
Day, sir.
The secret is keratin. I'm not sure that humans.
I like him
can
though, but I
discover
kind of get
Mr.
evil
Shine,
vibes.
But we can talk about grooming later. Look at the news.
Oh, so this
Shall I read it to you? It
it said humans. Is this an actual sort, like a different species?
You also have to learn not to react every time you hear of an incident. You haven't changed in all these years. You've always been proactive. Only now your heroism.
We gotta make sure that someone's on duty out there, man.
Work of training one for all successor. You insist on remaining the symbol of peace, and the only way you can justify staying out of the spotlight is by teaching. That's why I gave you this job. Oh dear, you're smoking. That can't be good.
I kind of like him though, but I don't know. I feel like there could be a plot twist.
So I was gonna head over to the USJ to make an appearance now, actually, if you don't mind.
Even if you went now, you'd have to return almost right away. So you might as well stick around and listen to some of my teaching philosophies. They could prove
Great.
to be useful.
This is turning into a
I don't know,
lecture.
man. I think I kind of get evil vibes.
It's always so long-winded whenever there's tea
I may be
involved.
framing this guy. Just framing this innocent, cute animal. He could just be a comedic side character, but I don't know. I get vibes.
Class rep,
Yes.
I have a job for you.
Oh?
Run to the school and tell the faculty what's going on here.
Yeah.
The alarms aren't sounding, and our phones and radios are useless right now. One of these villains must be to blame. Even though Eraserhead is canceling people's quirks left and right, we're still completely sealed off from the outside world. It'll be faster for you to run and get help than for us to find whoever's jamming everything.
Yes, but it would be disgraceful.
Go!
Go, emergency exit. There are lots of alarms outside.
I gotta call him emergency exit. That's Sato. Okay, Sato's the... Okay.
As long as you can get outside, they won't
Who-
follow.
is that Sarah?
The stupid missed away with those engine legs.
Use your quirk to save others.
They need to put the name on all the subtitles, dude.
Even if this is your only option, are you really foolish enough to strategize in front of your enemy?
Were you just standing there and listening?
When I'm done with you,
She's gonna suck him into it. Oh, 13 is cooking.
oh, what do you mean fight? Are you crazy?
Dude, oh my god, there's like 20 of them.
You think we can take them? Did you hit your head when we got warped here? The best plan is for us to just wait for
What is Mineta? Is it a different species?
Think about it. Those villains down there clearly have an advantage in the water, and assume that's where we'll fight.
Are you even listening?
If that's the case, they must have known what was inside the USJ before they warped in.
Yeah. But for a group with such careful planning, there's one thing that really sticks out to me. Something that just doesn't add up. They sent you here, Asui. Whoops, I meant Sue! Yeah,
Oh my god, why is he so mean?
they don't know what our quirks are. So for all they know, the three of us could be super powerful. Look, none of them are trying to climb into the boat. That proves they're a little unsure. But that means they're not going to underestimate us either.
Man, they should just be breaking this boat down. Put a hole in the side, let it sink.
I'll go first if you want.
Are we gonna learn about
Obviously,
perks?
I can jump high.
Oh, I want everyone to have one of these.
And of course, there's my tongue.
Oh, yeah.
Sticking out about 20 meters. Oh yeah, and I can spit out my stomach so I can clean it. That's not really useful. Finally, I also secrete a toxic mucus. It just stings a bit.
Secrete mucus.
We could probably only use my jumping and my tongue here. Forget about the last things.
I figured you were powerful, but that's amazing.
Oh, that's not too that's not too crazy.
I've got these sticky balls.
Whoa, sticky
Their
balls?
strength varies. Depending on how I'm feeling, they might stick to something a whole day. They grow back as fast as I can pull them off.
but I'll bleed if I use too many. Oh, and they don't stick to me. I just bounce right
What,
off.
well, what do they do? Do they explode? Do they... You have sticky balls?
Don't look at me like that! This is why I said we should wait for the real heroes! My quirk is totally unfit for battle and we're gonna...
How did you get in? Were you one of the recommendations? I know Yaoyorozu was one.
I'm starting to get bored. Let's get the show on the road.
Finally. There we go.
Now the ship's sinking.
Sticky ball them.
You gotta help down! They'll guess your quirk!
What the hell are these things?
Wait, they're afraid to touch them.
Come on, throw your balls out. Yes, make a raft. Make a raft. Make a sticky ball raft.
Fish food! So, Minetta, are you really sure the hero thing is right for you?
It's weirder not to be scared right now! We just got out of junior high a little while ago!
Oh my god.
I can't believe I'm gonna die without ever getting to touch Yaoyorozu's boobs!
Listen,
Yeah, this guy is boob obsessed, man.
a mistake. All Might said something along those lines in a TV interview a while back.
What does that mean?
Oh, boobs is the running gag.
Now's our chance. We can beat them.
Sticky balls, long tongue, and the one for all.
They sound like they're crying for their mommies up there.
Hey now, don't forget Shigaraki told us to keep our guards up. We can't judge them by how old they are, but by their quirks.
Okay.
They can do anything. Of course, we'll definitely have an advantage in the water, so I'm not exactly worried for us.
Come on,
Can't be
act
serious,
like cops
Midoriya,
on
what
one.
are you?
Now die!
Stupid move, kid!
Sticky balls. Come on, where are the sticky balls gonna come?
I can't get them all at once when they're in a circle like that. Besides, there are still other enemies outside of the shipwreck zone, so I can't sacrifice my arm just yet. Focus! Remember the image of the egg not exploding!
Oh, what you gonna do, Deku?
Ready, Minetta?
Even though he's as scared as I am,
I've got goosebumps.
even though he's shaking,
I got goosebumps.
he's still going through with this.
Come on, Minetta, sticky balls can be useful.
Take this! Delaware!
Delaware? Oh, I can't wait for the New Jersey Smash. Ooh. Oh, use the right name. Yo, that tongue could do some damage, man. 2 fingers.
What the heck, Midoriya? How do you do it? You're acting so cool, and I'm not helping at all.
Take this, you villain! You can eat my sticky ball!
You can what?
I'm getting dragged in!
Oh, we're gonna stick them all together?
Come from that kid! I can't get him off of me!
Oh, you make a whirlpool, pull them all together, and you stick them all in one giant thing.
And then come rushing right back to the middle!
Oh, can you see the goosebumps?
Put them all up. Not too shabby.
I want to see what all the other guys are doing.
Both of you. I guess we passed the shipwreck zone.
Nice job, guys. I really like that episode. This is, I can already tell, and obviously just from watching 10 episodes now, this is going to be one of those shows that just makes me really, really happy while watching. I don't expect it to be like a super, super, super serious show. Not that it won't have serious moments, but I mean, it's always going to have that lighthearted nature, those comedic scenes, you know, the running gags. I always expect those to be in play. I just feel like, obviously, the characters are going to go through trials and tribulations and ups and downs and all that, but I really feel like this is a narrative that is sort of motivational, that is, at its core, like, well, and I think that most shonen anime are this, but you know what I mean, just the underdog powering up, and it really works for this show specifically. I mean, starting off with just Deku, he has really been a fantastic character, and I thought he's been a fantastic character since the 2nd episode. You know what I mean? kind of got off on like an iffy page about him. Kind of felt he was a little basic, and not in like a I hated him way, just more of an I didn't love him way. In the first episode, but recently I just love him, dude. Like, there's obviously a reason why most anime protagonists are like this, especially in this genre of anime. It works so well. Like, it's so motivational, and it works for every age group. And like, really, like, I got goosebumps. Like, literally felt like 5 or 6 times during that episode, just by Deku planning. You know what I mean? Planning and then putting into an actual plan his actions. So and then seeing obviously we have 20 kids in our main class, and I will assume in a couple seasons we'll learn more about the other class. Hell, like, we may even have like I don't know if there's sports, we may have like a school rivalry with sports, you know what I mean? Maybe there's a sport that uses quirks or something like that. But we're obviously going to have to explore most of the, I'm not gonna say most, all of these 20 characters at some point. I feel like they're all going to be pretty major recurring characters, and I loved getting that. It wasn't a glimpse, it was almost a full episode focus on Mineta and Sue, 2 characters who I'd already been getting vibes that I would like them the last couple episodes, and specifically Sue. I think I've said already a couple times that I liked Sue, just from her, you know, quippy one-liners or that sort of thing. But I really liked seeing them get a decent amount of focus this episode. I thought they were very entertaining. I spoke about it a couple episodes ago, I think. A strength that media with superpowers can do is just finding or making a unique, weird, uncommon power, and finding so many different ways to put that into battle, put it into practice, you know what I mean? And I just love seeing that, and especially with these obviously 20 students, the amount of combinations and groupings that we can have, you know what I mean? I feel like that whole split up the group thing is going to be a recurring narrative device, you know what I mean? Just so not only we can meet new characters, get to know these other students, but also just to see their different powers interact with each other. Because I mean, you know, looking at the main characters, obviously I'm loving Deku and Tenya and Ochako and Bakugo, and I would say the 5th probably main one's probably Todoroki, just because of how strong he is. But I don't really want to see them every single episode use their 5 powers to team, you know what I mean? I want some of these other guys to hop in. And I think that this was the first real glimpse of seeing that in play. You know what I mean? Just throwing these guys into a immediate dangerous scenario and watching them either sink or swim, and pun intended with the water, but obviously they're swimming right now. And I hope that next episode we focus on the other groups. I hope we get, you know what I mean, Bakugo and, was it? It was Kaminori, wasn't it? It was either Kaminori or Kirishima. Oh man, I need like a chart with all the names and the faces, just for the first 2 seasons. I'm hoping next season, I think it's a lot longer. I think there's like 20 episodes in it. So I'm interested. Not interested. I think I will get all the character names down by, at bare minimum, the end of season 2. I am wondering though, because obviously some shows, you know, go really hard with deaths, and some sort of like steer away from it. They don't need to do it, you know, maybe just because it's more of a goofy show, or, you know what I mean, there's less of a large cast. This show does have a large cast. I can definitely see them killing characters. I don't know if they would do it right away, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like all the main children that we've focused on sort of have arcs set up, inherent arcs, you know what I mean? Deku, Bakugo, Ochako, Tenya. I feel like obviously those guys are safe for now, for at least like the first 3 seasons, till we get some like major character development and training from them. But some of these other guys, I don't know if, and I don't even know the creator of this story. I have to definitely find that out. But I don't know if the creator of the story is someone who would just throw in that right in the beginning to show you that the stakes are high, to show you that your expectations can be subverted, especially in a good way. So I'm interested, and again, talking about the character arcs, obviously we have two teachers right here, Aizawa and 13. We just met 13. So I could, narratively, I could see them doing that. I don't think there is a very strong connection to 13 yet, but I could definitely see them finding a way to maybe make that like a season finale thing. And then obviously All Might would feel guilty that he wasn't able to show up if, you know, one of his fellow teachers died. But then Aizawa, 100% Aizawa is not going to die, because I feel like, honestly, so far, I think that Aizawa and All Might is like a top 3 relationship in the show. Something that I absolutely love in all media is, you know, specific relationships between characters. My favorite relationship in all of fiction is between John Locke and Jack Shephard in Lost. Like, all their scenes are like 10 out of 10. They bounce off of each other so well. Their differing ideologies mesh so perfectly with the narrative. I feel like that's something that Aizawa and All Might can achieve. You know what I mean? That sort of archetype for their relationship. So I definitely wouldn't want either of them. I definitely wouldn't want Aizawa to die. I feel like this relationship, their story, could definitely continue if All Might dies, but I don't really know about if Aizawa dies first. So I'm hoping that they stay alive. Finally, I haven't talked about, I really haven't talked about the villains this discussion. Definitely interesting. You know, it's very different than usual. You know, typically when you're entering a superhero media, you know, it's one villain, and then they start to slowly team up over time. I feel like we've hopped straight into a team up. You know, the League of Villains feels like an amalgamation of some of the strongest antagonists. Obviously, it looks like only 3 of them are really strong. The other ones kind of seem like bummish, lower level villains that can apparently be beaten by kids. So I'm not going to read too far into them. You know, they might have just put applications online looking for villains. But with Shigaraki, Kurorugi, I think, and this other one who I do not know the name of. I'm interested to learn about them. I could definitely see one of them maybe being captured or defeated by this, but I feel like Shigaraki is definitely going to, at bare minimum, be the sole survivor. He might escape with some of his other goons. But I don't know. It might just be the voice. I can't really tell like a read into his character yet, but I don't even want to say, like, maybe Syndrome vibes, where he's sort of like I don't know, nerdy, not like overwhelming power, more of like a sneaky, stealthy, smart villain, antagonist. So I definitely want to see how that plays out. I want to know his powers, because all I see so far is hands. I don't know if that is his power or if it's his suit, or I don't know. I do not know yet, but I'm excited to find out. Hopefully we get some more stuff. Obviously, I was talking about I want to see more of the other students, and I would definitely like to see some more Shigaraki. One of the coolest anime designs I have ever seen, to be quite honest. I will see you guys next week. If you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I've got the full-length reaction on Patreon if that's something you're interested in. I'd appreciate it if you checked it out. And if you guys like the content on the channel, please subscribe. I'll see you guys next week.